Welcome back to the Culture of Currency, where today we're wrapping up our series on cool bullion coin series from around the world. And right now we're focusing on the Pacific Island area. So most of these will come from Pacific Islands or larger land masses that are basically in the Pacific that are not quite as big as Australia. So I have a handful of cool series to show you the quality and the amazing quantity of cool themes out there, so that you know that if you have a certain thing that you like to collect or would like to collect, where to go for it. All of these purchased at APMEX, as I always do, and that link is in the description below if you would like to support this channel, pay nothing, and buy silver at the same time. So let's go ahead and start with one of the cool ones in Samoa. I'll zoom in here for you. This is Samoa's coat of arms. Really, really cool overall. Beautiful coat of arms. Samoa does a fantastic job on their coins. I want to say they're minted by the Scottsdale Mint, but I cannot remember. This is the Serpent of Milan. Yes, it was minted at the Scottsdale Mint. I just remembered. Low mintage, amazing. I know the snake's eating the baby. There's a whole story behind it. All of these videos have in-depth stuff that we discuss on them on my channel. So if you want to know about this scene, then go watch that video. I did it a few years ago. You'll also see this same imagery on the Alfa Romeo car logo. So if you're somebody who likes motorsports, you would know that is on their car logo. And you'd probably ask yourself, well, that's Italian. Why is it on this coin? That's a great question. And that's one I don't even have the answer to, because it didn't make sense to me to have this in the middle of Samoa, but it is beautiful regardless. Next, from the nation of Samoa, this is in their wildlife series. We have a sea dragon, which is native to the shallow areas outside of South Australia. Beautiful, beautiful coin this is. Low mintage, of course. Excellent design and just captivating from Samoa. Up next, we have an antiqued variety, meaning it's even lower mintage. I want to say this one's like 3,000 or 5,000 or something like that minted. It is gorgeous, and the cool thing about these is that they tend to have more value, but also on these antiqued varieties, a lot of the coins in Samoa will automatically have an antiqued variety option. Fantastic. Some of these are APMEX exclusive, so if you're not on APMEX, you would miss out on those unless you see them on eBay later down the road. Next, we travel to the island nation of Fiji. You will notice a theme on their bullion, and that is because they are a nation that has huge economic relations with Japan. And so many of their bullion coins have Japanese themes to honor their trade and things like that. Beautiful coat of arms. This one is one of my favorites. Hokusai's Great Wave. Many of you have seen this piece of art. It's from the Edo period, which makes it one of the most culturally relevant pieces of art that we know of, because during the Edo period, Japan was, I don't know if it was hyper paranoid or what it was, but they basically locked out their borders and said no one comes, no one goes for like 300 years. And so it developed such a strong culture within the nation that was not found anywhere else. There was no bleeding. But this is from a piece of art, or a collection of art, called I think 150 or 50 scenes of Mount Fuji. And in the background right there, you see Mount Fuji. Really, really cool piece of work here. I think there was 20,000 or 25,000 of these minted. Really cool. Another from the nation of Fiji, as you'll see the theme. Japanese. This is going to be a pair of koi swimming around a lotus, which is gorgeous, which is basically like a water lily. Fantastic here, low mintage. So if you like Japanese themes, Fiji is a place that you need to start when it comes to bullion coins. So if you're on the APMEX website, you can actually search by world region or just type in Fiji and you'll see the things pop up. Here's one from 2018. A little bit different here on the border. This was a different series, but it also has a Japanese theme. This is Kayomori, who is a samurai. You see right here a skull in the background. That's because he was haunted by some of the choices he made in his past in order to protect his people and become a leader, and so on and so forth. There's a really, really cool video I made on this one that goes over a lot of the artwork that tells the story, almost in tapestry format, of Mr. Kayamori and his unfortunate kind of life. It was a very hard life, but very, very popular person in Japanese culture. Next, we go to Papua New Guinea. This is definitely a series that changes every single year. It's impressive, and I have 2 from the series. So that being said, if you like this particular bird, which is the bird of paradise, then this is a series you should jump on because they are low mintage and they do go fast. This is the first in the series. Gorgeous here. Actually, I think this is the second. I have the first right here. Yeah. Their currency is called the kina. Here's 1 kina right here. And here is the first one I had of the bird of paradise. Just gorgeous. We have a little bit of the tribal print right here. Very interesting bird. Fun video to make. And also it goes into kind of the palm industry and how that's affecting the nation and that species of bird, along with their ties to China within the palm industry. So if you're interested in that stuff, we go over it. Up next, I didn't know where to put this coin, so I just put it in the Pacific Islands, and that's because it's 1, New Zealand, and 2, Middle Earth. This is a pop culture themed coin that I love because it's Lord of the Rings, and I love Lord of the Rings, and it's Boromir. So New Zealand, obviously, was the place they filmed Lord of the Rings, and so they have a whole vast trove of Lord of the Rings merchandise that they have the rights over, and this is one of the things, is the Silver Bullion series. And so this is a fantastic series. Many, many cool coins have come from this series. So if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, New Zealand is where you want to start for your Silver Bullion. Now we get into 2 ridiculous nations when it comes to bullion. Niue and Tokelau. So Niue is a very, very small set of islands, atolls, very low population, but boy, they put out more bullion per weight than anybody that I know, and you'll get into that right here as you'll start to see all of the varieties that they offer. This is their calling card. It's kind of their American silver eagle. This is a hawksbill turtle. It doesn't really change much every single year, but it is gorgeous. You need at least 1 of these. They're absolutely fantastic to look at, but this is kind of their calling card of Niue. And you'll notice here on a lot of these coins that they don't have Her Majesty on them, or His Majesty, as recent times would suggest, but actually have their coat of arms, which is interesting, and I wonder why there's changes on some of these and not on others. Another from Niue, one of my favorites. It is stackable. You'll see on the rim, it kind of looks like a poker chip. Come on, camera. You can focus. You know how to do this. There you go. Beautiful hammered background, and that's because this is supposed to look old, because it is the Athenian owl. This goes off of the old tetradrachm, which is an ancient Greek coin that hosted her on it and would have had a leader on the other side, various ones. But this is a tetradrachm. It is higher mintage, and that's because it is more of a stackable bullion coin where you're supposed to have a bunch of them. I only have 1 because that's kind of how I roll. But it is gorgeous. You can still buy these today. Niue is also known for popular culture themes. They do all of them, whether it's DC, Marvel, The Simpsons, I mean, all kinds of stuff. You name it. And here is one that is Pac-Man. As you can see, the different Pac-Man creatures over here. And we also see, for the first time, their coat of arms. And here he is, Pac-Man, 40th anniversary. Really cool coin here. But that is something Niue is absolutely known for. So if you want a pop culture theme, likely this is going to be the nation that does it. Here we have another pop culture theme, a little more muted on the obverse, but on the reverse we have Minnie and Mickey Mouse doing Minnie and Mickey Mouse things. Looks like they're loving each other. Cool. Another thing about Niue is quality. This right here is a capsule that by touching it, I can tell you it comes from the Pressburg Mint, and that just makes me happy because I know it's going to be a high quality thing. This is pop culture as well. It is the Icon series where they take icons of the world. We have Edison, we have Marilyn Monroe, we have Van Gogh, and here, the Queen as an icon. I picked this one up shortly after her passing. Thought it was cool. Plays with the light a little bit, as you can see. It looks so much better in real life, but I'm hoping the camera gives you the ability to understand kind of what this series is. But it's a really cool series, low mintage variety. And this is the capsule that the Pressburg mint has. It kind of has a groove in the middle, and that's how you know. And it's just high quality. Another one from Niue here. This is in their Feng Shui series, where they take the Feng Shui theme, which has a couple of animals and colors and things like that, and they put them in this series. And this is the White Celestial Tiger, which has a whole host of symbolism, which you can watch my watch my video and find out about those if you're a Feng Shui fanatic and like to organize your house and life within all things Feng Shui. I'm not. I just happen to like the coin. Low mintage, of course. The next set of 5 coins is in a amazing series. I don't know what they call the series, but they go into these 5 themes and they change the theme. Not the theme, they change the artwork of the theme every single year. So here is the Vivat Humanitas. Absolutely amazing. We see a lot of alchemaic symbols here. Right there you have the sorcerer stone symbol. The idea of being able to turn a lesser material into a greater material like gold. Just fantastic. Almost look like hieroglyphs in the back. The Vivat Humanitas. All of these are low mintage and gorgeous. And so there's even a series of these that come out this year that I don't think they're quite as pretty as the ones that I'm holding right now, but they are worth collecting for sure. Here is the Terra, which of course, if you are a fan of Latin, that means earth or land. So we have right there, earth. Beautiful coin. Another in that series. The Equilibrium, one of my favorites. So you can see the yin and the yang, the balance. It also has this cascading look of the light that kind of ripples outward when you spin the coin. Really cool. On the back, we have Her Majesty with more cool lines and stuff. I don't know if they're picking up on the camera, but they're gorgeous. And here we have the Chronos, obviously. Chronos meaning time. Like chronography. Gorgeous there. So that's the Chronos, all from Niue. And, sorry, these are Tokelau, I believe, not Niue. And the last one, right here, is the Magnum Opus. I know this is a lot of people's favorite. It is fantastic. Check that out. Magnum opus, Latin for great work. A lot of people say your magnum opus is the greatest work of your life. And this goes off the golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence, as it were, is one example of that, which is why we see it played out here on the back. And then we also see patterns of that here in the front. So that is a cool series. That one, sorry, coming from Tokelau, not Niue. But here's another fantastic series coming from Niue. This is a newer series, the Icons of Inspiration. Look at that obverse. That is one of the prettiest obverses in all of coins. And that is one that is currently running. I have 2 of them. There are many more. Here is William Shakespeare, an icon of influence, as you know. There's people like Madame Curie on this, Nikola Tesla. Not Tesla, it's Edison. Edison. I think it should have been Tesla. In fact, if you like Tesla, not Elon Musk, but the actual person, Nikola Tesla, Serbia has a series that they put out with Tesla-themed coins because Tesla was Serbian. Here's another from the Icon of Inspiration, one of my favorite coins of the year so far, and that is Johann Gutenberg. You see the ancient Germanic Latin in the background, him pressing the Bible. Yeah, that would be a Bible, the Gutenberg Bible. Just fantastic. So this is a really cool series that I definitely would hop on if I were you. I think it's going to take off in value. because it is low mintage and it is high quality and a completely unique obverse as well. That's a muse right there. Okay, more Tokelau. This is my first series I collected in Tokelau. They still are going on today. I just got one this year. But this is their fish series. So this is going to be the banner fish, one that I picked up recently about a month ago. And they do a different fish every year. Might be twice a year, but for sure every year. So that's the banner fish. Here we have another one. Same idea with the exception of now we have her on it because this is a less recent variety. And this is the Hakohakalele. We know them as the invasive lionfish. They're destroying reefs in America, but they are obviously native to somewhere, and that somewhere is going to be the Indo-Pacific. And we have this. This was my first that I bought in the series. Right there, 2020. And it is the Hahare, which is a flying fish. Really, really cool fish. Very big in their culture. And as you notice right here, this is the Toluma, which is basically a tackle box. It's a huge icon for them, but it's a tackle box that they would have all of their stuff in so that when out to voyage, they could eat and bring stuff back. Here's another from Tokelau, and that is the masked owl. This comes from their owl series, which surprisingly holds value. A lot more than I thought it would. So they are low mintage, and there are different types of owls that were native to the island. This being the masked owl. Looks like the barn owl. If you are an American, you will know what that is. But it is very, very interesting tribal print with on that owl, and it is definitely holding value. And my last one from Tokelau, I'm not very proud of because it is like this weird like haze all over it, and I don't know what that is. It went directly into a capsule when I got it, and honestly when I got it, it had that little bit of that haze too. Maybe it's toning in early stages, I don't know, but it is the bull and bear. They have a series like this where they have different animals, some of them fighting each other, some of them just talking about sequences such as the Komodo dragon, just all kinds of stuff, the lion and the bear. But this is the bull and bear, which a lot of us consider to be the market. So very interesting, but those are all cool coins that I have from the area of basically the Pacific Islands. So if you are somebody who loves cool, unique themes, I would get on APMEX today and I would type in a theme or whatever and see if there's stuff out there. It will probably be from Niue, if there is, or just go into that area on their website and look at the cool stuff that basically is out there. Hopefully I've shown you something that you're like, hey, maybe I want to start collecting that and that type of thing. And if not, that's okay too. But hopefully I also show you that there is more value than just the silver itself. There's so many stories out there. There's so many cultures worth looking at and learning about. So that is what I have for you today. And as always, please stay classy and current with the culture of currency.